Hello loves, welcome back to my channel. My name is Britt. I do unique personal astrology readings so that we can get to know ourselves, our strengths, our weaknesses, challenges that we need to face in order for us to understand more of our soul's purpose in this lifetime. So today I want to talk about the full moon coming up in Capricorn on the 21st here in Europe, and this is probably going to be a long video, so maybe you want to head over to YouTube so that you don't miss a thing. There's lots of information coming through. Sun in Cancer, 29 degrees, 8 minutes, and Moon in Capricorn on the same degree, 29 degrees of Capricorn. What makes this full moon very special and very rare is that it is the second full moon in Capricorn in a month. So the last full moon we had, and this period has been very quickly. We just had a new moon, right? So the last full moon was also in Cancer. No, in Cancer in Capricorn. And so there are some Capricorn themes that wants our full focus and attention, it seems. Capricorn is ruled by Cancer. Cancer is in Pisces, and so is Neptune. Saturn is at 19 degrees Pisces and Neptune at 29 degrees and 50 of Pisces. And both of these planets are at the exact same degree they were in the last full moon, and this is because of their retrograde movements. So these points and degrees must be important. There is something important for us to revise, learn, and finish here. So there's lots of 29 degrees, which is the last degree of a sign. And something is coming to an end. The moon is also at the exact point of Capricorn that Pluto is heading back to. Pluto is also retrograde and is approaching this point of Capricorn. Pluto is going back to finish something, and it's the last time Pluto will ever be in Capricorn in our lifetime, and for approximately 250 years. So Pluto is making a return to make sure things are right, because he's not coming back for a while. Pluto was at 29 of Capricorn in late December 2023, and it was also at this exact degree, 29, at the Cancer full moon on the 27th of December 2023. So there's something mystical around this degree right now. So I looked at the Sabian symbol, and this degree of Capricorn, the Sabian symbol says directors of a large firm meet in secret. So this could have to do with spiritual leadership. And Saturn at 19 degrees Pisces, a table set for an evening meal. Could have to do with spiritual nourishment, gathering forces, coming together. It's the same theme, people coming together for something. Neptune at 29 degrees of Pisces for the last time in 146 years. So this is also an ending. Neptune has, during these years, been inviting us to tap into our spiritual inheritance and connection to Source for the last 14 years. With the moon in Capricorn, It's not the moon's best placement because the moon rules Cancer, the opposite sign. Capricorn, Saturn themes. I wanted to go through my list here just to give a framework. So Capricorn and Saturn themes would be Saturn day, wisdom, mature reflection, maturity, Christ consciousness, the divine, nearest God, responsible, goal-oriented, well-organized, serious and hardworking, tradition, its stones and bones, structures, institution, corporations, government. Govern means control, ment means mind. Reverse the two and you get mind control. Authorities, the body and the skeletal system, mountaintops, power, control, rules and regulations, the king or the president. In Norwegian it would be gamle far i huset, the oldest person, the oldest in the house. Stale energy, heaviness, awakening, economy, safety, security, limits and lessons, your career. At its lower expression, Capricorn and Saturn would be about material gain and possessions, climbing the material mountain for personal gain only. Capricorn Saturn at its highest expression is the sign closest to divine source or God, if you will, and wisdom to use this to help humanity to the top of this mountain or a soul-based top. And as such, Saturn and Capricorn represents both the extreme evil and extreme good in us. It's about the two wolves. I posted about that lately. And which one do we feed? We have to talk about Pluto and Capricorn. I've done so in previous videos. Like I said, Pluto will go into Capricorn for the last time, for next 250 years approximately. And it's been in Capricorn for the last 16 years since 2008. So now, going back from 0 degrees Aquarius and into Capricorn again, something is finishing up. How did your life change since 2008? Do you know what areas Capricorn and Saturn rules in your horoscope? And how has this area of life been turned upside down since 2008 and maybe many times? I will share some of my own experiences a little bit later in the video, as I am a Capricorn sun, and I can tell you this, it has not been easy. Let's talk about Saturn. Saturn rules Capricorns. It's the ruler of this full moon. And it's the ruler of the point that Pluto is going back to. So before doing my this article, I woke up with this sentence: Saturn is a pearl. So I put on all my pearls today to exemplify. In Gematria, this sentence, Saturn is a pearl, comes to 777. So it's a big number in numerology. And I just remembered, I think they say there are 707 books of the Bible, and they've kept it hidden from us anyways. We're not going into that now. But if you know numerology, maybe you can share in the comments about the 777. We have been taught to fear Saturn. It's been called the Great Malefic. like so many other things in our lives and programming, we have been taught to fear things that has to do with ancient wisdom. Maybe Saturn's bad reputation isn't really the truth. We are learning now that beyond fear lies magic, and the key is courage. Let's look into how come Saturn is a pearl. It made so much sense to me when I dived into this. Saturn is the ruler or the king of Capricorn. Capricorn is first and foremost the material realm. And Saturn is called the great gatekeeper, the key keeper. It's called the guardian of the soul. And why so? Find out what house and sign your natal Saturn is in. I started to look into the symbolism of this sentence. Saturn is a pearl. To me, it has to do with the path of initiation that each soul must face during this lifetime. We can choose to keep climbing the material mountain to become somebody on the social ladder. Or we can focus on evolving as souls in this life and realize that there is another mountain to climb. And it has to do with our soul path and our spiritual development and our soul's purpose in this lifetime. I do not believe that our soul purpose is to repeat a pattern of sleeping, waking up, swallowing down your coffee, run off to the office and spend your most energetic hours every day in the office and then come back exhausted, yell at your children and then go to bed, eat and go to bed. The hamster wheel. I don't think this is our soul purpose here. Or maybe it is for some of us. We were made to fear Saturn like everything else that was wisdom. Saturn represents wisdom. It represents the elders. It is the ancient DNA, the crystals in our bones. It is a rite of passage, as we can only obtain this great wisdom that Saturn protects through hard work and labor, which are also Saturn themes. But it doesn't necessarily mean working hard in the office or whatever kind of work you're doing on a daily basis, but rather hard inner work that can lead to enlightenment, the top of the mountain, closer to divine source. Because with great wisdom comes great responsibility, Saturn, and Saturn does not and cannot let silliness pass the gate, because that would be dangerous. So we have to come to a certain degree of maturity to access this wisdom. Saturn is the gate, is the guardian of the gate to the garden of magic. You can only enter it if you have conquered your fears and gained courage. Courage. In French, 2 words, cœur being the heart, âge meaning maturity, a mature heart, a pure heart that comes with maturity from this and maybe past lifetimes. Fear is the great gatekeeper into the material realm of magical creation. And a master, Saturn, is required for using this for good, not only for self and ego, but for the highest good of all, for yourself and for the rest of humanity, Aquarius. With this ancient knowledge, you will be able to climb any mountain in the material realm as well. Power and government is Capricorn. power without love is evil. Power without wisdom is evil. This full moon, we are asked to step up into spiritual leadership. These last 16 years with Pluto in Capricorn and Neptune in Pisces has matured us, hopefully. We've been pushed to let go of some old beliefs, some old structures, some old programming, and then now we're ready to step into this spiritual leadership in our own lives and also maybe for humanity. Saturn in Pisces still on 19 degrees now. And I talked about this in my last video of the full moon in Capricorn. Maybe you want to look at that again. It's about taking your creativity and spiritual life seriously. And Neptune has helped us with this for the last 14 years. And is also very soon ending this work task. Saturn and Capricorn is authority, authority, sovereignty. What is sovereignty? When you are the authority, the authority of your own life. To be sovereign, you must know the difference between good and evil. And we kind of have to study evil a little bit to understand the difference. Avoiding to look at evil is what evil wants us to do. Because it's hidden, it hides itself. It hides in the false light. Saturn is to be the king. Saturn is the king. It's the president. It's the father figure. To be the king and asking, as king, you pose the questions. As king, pose intelligent questions that will bring forth amazing answers. From here, wisdom and great power will be given to you. When we fail and use it for ego or evil, we will fall from the mountaintop and we will have to climb up again, like Donkey Kong. Saturn is karma, and we know by now that karma is a bitch. So do good. What is a pearl? A pearl is something of great value and beauty. Again, what house and sign is your Saturn is? Saturn is a pearl. We are being asked to master this house and sign and to take authority over this part of life, to take it seriously, the work that has to be done here to get the key to other life areas. Saturn is time. It is patience, hard work, hard edges, challenges. It takes time. It represents the elders, power, control, rules, regulations, structures, laws of a country. It is focused endeavor, safety, and security. Getting to understand that there is a higher sense of safety available to us. Like the pearl that grows over time from a grain of sand irritating the oyster shell, Saturn as a pearl shows us the importance of personal growth, resilience, and the ability to find beauty in hardships. The pearl is of pristine quality, soft, luminosity. It represents purity and innocence, an uncorrupted state of the soul. Purity of thought, word, and deed, despite worldly challenges. That true beauty comes from within and is reflected in one's actions and one's character. So we're being tested by Saturn every time we want to do the easy version, or make a little lie, or avoid, or, you know, point the finger at somebody, blaming. The pearl is wisdom through experience and symbolizes the spiritual journey of the soul. When a grain of sand infiltrates the oyster shell, the oyster responds by encasing this intruder in layers of a smooth and hard substance, nacre, which over time forms the magic of the pearl. It is about right timing. Saturn is time and timing. It is trusting divine timing, and that knowing that time is not running out. As we face the trials and tribulations in life, we have the opportunity to turn our discomfort into wisdom, and with it in time to help others do the same. The pearl, Saturn, represents the wisdom gained through experience, Saturn, showing that even the most challenging experience, Saturn, can result into something beautiful and valuable, no matter how difficult, Saturn. Every experience offers the potential for growth and learning. I've got pearls of wisdom, personal growth, resilience, temperance, and ability to find beauty in adversity and hardships. Transforming adversity into opportunities for soul growth and enlightenment. Saturn, the pearl, is gentle strength. The power is vulnerability, and wisdom found in compassion, Cancer, understanding or understanding, sovereignty. It's about material wealth and prosperity. It's an individual's journey towards wealth and good fortune, prosperity and success. It encourages the pursuit of wealth, not only material wealth, but also in terms of wisdom and personal growth, integrity, honesty, transparency, truth. The virtue of honesty needs time. I believe we're born with it. I believe that children from the beginning knows the difference between right and wrong, good and evil. But then things happen to us and we lose touch of it. So the virtue of honesty needs time to relearn, to grow. It takes time, Saturn, patience, Saturn, perseverance, Saturn, working through discomfort and hardship, growing grace under pressure. Protection and security, a shed against negative energies and harm, to courageously face the world, Capricorn, knowing we are connected and protected on a spiritual levels. Pearls are connected to the moon. It's feminine beauty and softness, and is linked to feelings of calmness, balance, and protection and safety. Everything Cancer. It even looks like a full moon on a dark night, right? So healing inner and outer wounds, to envelop these wounds with love, compassion, and acceptance, and so that alchemy can happen, and transform it into pearls of wisdom, from wound to wisdom. That's a lot. This full moon asks us to cultivate inner beauty, transform challenges into growth, practice patience, to seek the treasure within your struggles. It is a path to wisdom, a climb to wisdom, allowing time until one day you become the elder, the wisdom keeper, the ancestor, and you step into spiritual leadership. No mud, no pearl. As Saturn and the pearl connects us to the elder ancient wisdom and how to apply it within the physical world and the boundaries in the 3D world, or beyond these boundaries and into magical creation. Social norms and rules, Capricorn, we spend first half of life learning all these norms and the rest of life unlearning them, rebelling against them. These norms have taught us to disconnect from the natural world, the organic, Mother Earth, from Mother Earth's seasons and cycles. In my mind, an image comes up, the Merlin, with its beard and hat. The Merlin is reclaiming our inner elder wisdom that we have in our bones, Capricorn. That connects us with the natural rhythms of Earth and the cosmos and the stars. This full moon is conjunct to Pluto, 0 degrees Aquarius. And it prepares us for Pluto going back into Capricorn for the last time, like I said, in approximately 250 years. And this is huge. Pluto has done the work of pulling down all construct and structure, Capricorn, that is not for our soul's growth. And we have learned so much since 2008 when Pluto entered Capricorn. And without getting too proud, I want to share some of my own transformations since 2008, since I am a Capricorn girl. My sun is in Capricorn and I have other planets and points there as well. So I can tell you this, it's been so hard. Everything in my life has fallen to the ground. All of the structures and belief systems, starting with a big loss and grief of my daughter, my second daughter, leaving a traditional, well-paid job as a school teacher, starting my own business as a yoga teacher, opening a yoga studio, and 10 years later closing down this yoga studio, the loss of my kind of life work, divorce, and last few years where Pluto has been hanging around these last degrees of Capricorn, moving away from my family, moving away from my own country, and all my belief systems around government, politicians, media, health industry, religion, education systems, and much more has just crumbled to the ground. And I have had to rebuild myself again from bones to skin. So Pluto going back into Capricorn now, I'm so thankful. It's only between September and November, but we're already feeling it. It means all old beliefs must go. Capricorn represents the old. Old beliefs must go, so that the new can enter Aquarius. So this point of 29 degrees Capricorn is where Pluto will hang out for the last time. It will be in Capricorn in our lifetime. The 29 degrees of Capricorn between September and November 2024, before Pluto heads into Aquarius for the next 20 years to revolutionize our minds and our communities. So this full moon eliminates the end of a 16 years old cycle, and Pluto ends it with transformation. Personally, collectively, globally. We have been changed forevermore. You're not the same person as you were in 2008. If you are, you better start working, doing the inner work. We have been changed forevermore, and something huge is changing form. There is a big shift happening, and we are stepping into spiritual leadership with everything we have put into our urn. So we can move into Aquarius, the water bear. And you are being called to build the new, stepping into spiritual leadership, bringing the divine into the material world, the matrix, inside out, bones to skin. Power with love is magical. The Cancerian sun shining bright high up in the summer sky, highlighting unconditional love, nurture and compassion, building an enlightened home out of our lives. Before it moves into the heat of the summer with Leo, the passionate lion heart. The ancient memories we carry in our bones, skeletal system and earth. When we turn into dust and go back to Mother Nature, we become earth again. And then the only thing left of us are the 12 cell salts, the minerals we are composed of, our bones. A side note, when the blood is acid, it pulls minerals and calcium from our bones to make the blood more alkaline, and it creates less bone density in the body, Capricorn. So we have to make sure that we are eating alkaline, taking care of our bones. So much information stored in our bones. What in your life is really coming to a close? This is a full moon that invites us so that we can move into a new chapter, the next leg of our life journey. A cycle is ending, karma is ending, mainstream society has come to an end, and how we structure our workplace, everyday life, family time, healthcare, money, career, free time, schools, media, how we nourish ourselves, how we think, what we do, how we look, and what we express. We're going away from the artificial idea of life. It's a choice. We're going away from the artificial idea of how life should be lived and back to the organic. We're at a big choice point here with all the AI and all the technology in Aquarius. Will it be used for the good of humankind? There's no more climbing the social ladder, Capricorn, go to exhaust ourselves. The hustle of the hamster wheel, it is coming to an end. How to harness these energies of the full moon? Maybe nest up this full moon, Cancer, and create space and time for downloads and new insights or answers you have been seeking, asking for, or cuddle up with a loved one. Setting goals, maybe this time spiritual goals. What can we let go of that is of the old? What is left that we're still holding on to of the old belief systems? Maybe the need to be somebody. Full moons are always about endings, but this one is a big thing. The moon is more than ever telling us that we need to stretch out of the old mindsets, emotions, and ways of doing that are keeping us imprisoned in the Capricorn control system, and asking us to come home, Cancer, to self and to unconditional love and the magic of all of creation. Okay, finishing up with a card. I hope this was helpful. Okay. Athena. the owl, also a symbol of wisdom. The goddess Athena. She's dressed in green, Mother Earth. And here's the full moon. And the owl that can see through darkness. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom. Again, the pearl. Saturn. And take appropriate actions without delay. You know what to do. Message from Athena. I am happy to assist you. However, you'll be most thrilled when you first consult your own inner bank, Capricorn, of knowledge, Capricorn. For I assure you that this situation is already resolved and that you have access to all the wisdom that the universe supplies. It's in your bones. To access this wisdom, you must quiet your mind. Surrender all worries and other concerns to the loving and almighty power of the universe. Close your eyes and now note the thoughts and feelings that come streaming into your consciousness. If you like, you can ask me to give you a signal that you have heard your inner wisdom correctly. But have faith. I assure you that you have heard, that the guidance brings you and your loved ones very good news indeed. Stop procrastinating. Stop giving away your power to others' sovereignty. Trust your gut. Don't second guess yourself. You are correct. Notice recurring ideas and take action on them. Athena is a warrior goddess from Greek mythology, and she does battles with wits for resolving disputes and also for protection. She helps with creative projects such as writing, arts, and crafts. So with this, wishing you a beautiful full moon in Capricorn and Cancer. Put your pearls on. And may you be safe and protected. May you be peaceful. May you be filled with love. Until next time, bye for now.